Okay, so I just got rolling here. You'll see I'm 1 mile into the trip from Phoenix to the DFW area. And we'll see what kind of efficiency we get. I'm going to make this trip over a couple of days. It's quite a long drive. I'll be stopping in New Mexico this evening. And yeah, I'll post some periodic updates as we drive. And then from each charging stop. I'll probably compile all of those clips into one video. It will be vertically oriented like my phone is right now, because these are going to be posted as shorts so you all can watch it as well. And I will post some rate your charge updates and updates to Twitter. But anyway, we've got full self-driving. We're going to turn on in just a minute. I'm jumping on 51 North, and my first stop is in about an hour and a half. Not super efficient, but I'm going through an area of the desert. I could make it to the next charger with like 8 or 9%. I'm going to just stop and throw a few minutes of charge on here and pacing just to be safe. Not sure if there's any weather, construction, whatever. So yeah, just taking a nice conservative. I'm not in a huge rush. Usually I would push it and want to make it to that next charger, but today we're going to take it easy and make a couple of stops. So I will keep everyone updated. So here's a quick trip update. I am going through the middle of Arizona, or I should say the middle of the desert. I'm outside of the Phoenix area, headed towards Payson, Arizona. I'm on a state road. I'll be on this road, it looks like, for about 163 miles all the way to Holbrook. I'm sorry, 152 miles left. And you'll see I can actually skip the Payson charger now because I'm doing really well with efficiency. You'll see 285 watt hours per mile so far, which is pretty darn efficient at these highway speeds. So I should make it there with 30-some% state of charge. It shows 36 right now. I will post when I get there. I may have some interesting things in between, but as of right now, I am on the path to Holbrook. So here's a mid-trip update. We are 84 miles out, showing to arrive with 26% state of charge. I was driving at a higher speed, so I did consume more energy than expected, but I'm driving through a beautiful part of Arizona, right by the Sitgreaves National Forest, and you'll see it's just absolutely beautiful through here. Spectacular views. Anyway, 51% battery remaining. I left with 100% this morning, and I've driven about 100 miles, so based on the rate that I'm driving, consuming 349 watt hours per mile, you know, I would realistically probably get 250 miles on this charge remaining, because if you look, I will get more efficiency. I was climbing a mountain, but you'll see I'm going to arrive with about 26% left. So all in all, able to skip the Payson charging stop and go right to Holbrook. So that saves some time. About 2 stops today total, if all goes well, and then I will be in New Mexico for the evening. So next update will more than likely be from the charger in Holbrook, Arizona. Here's one more trip update. Should arrive with 23% state of charge. We've got 33 miles to go. It is due to the highway speed, so if you look, I've gotten 321 watt hours per mile. I was stuck in a construction zone for a little bit, so that added some time. But all in all, a smooth trip. Beautiful parts of Arizona that I've never seen before. Way off in the distance here, there's a bunch of windmills. Anyway, hit Holbrook here around noon. Shows 12:07, and I will post the update with the charging. So should go well. I've charged there before. It is a split version 2, version 3 supercharger, and the version 3 chargers are all the way down at the end. Burger King. See you in a minute. Okay, I just arrived here at the Tesla Supercharger in Holbrook, Arizona. It's 12 stalls. There is one out of service, number 3D. I am backed into 3C. I had 185 miles. I arrived with 21%, but I did stop at a drive-through for about 10 minutes, so that did take a little bit of battery. But let's take a look here, get it plugged in. And down at this side are the version 3s, all the way down at the end. And you can tell by the cable, and you'll see that one's coming apart. So, not a great thing, but we're charging right away. And here is the installation. 8 stalls down here are all version 3s, and those 4 up there are version 2s. It's at a Burger King, like I said. I give this one a 10 out of 10, and let's see how fast we're charging. Right up to 251 kilowatts, so great charge. So I just charged up there at that Holbrook, Arizona supercharger. Stayed a little long, had lunch. So yeah, they're probably entirely too long. We're charged up to 88%. I only needed to be there for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. Was there for more like 30 or so. But anyway, rolling. Stopping an hour and 15 minutes with almost 50% charge in Gallup, New Mexico. The reason we're not going further is the next charger shows it's under maintenance. I'm wondering if they're putting Magic Dock connections on them. They've been taking a lot of chargers offline over the last couple of weeks, and it seems like they're making more and more Magic Dock connections live. So that next charger, I believe, is in Grant, New Mexico. So kind of interesting, but we'll see what happens. We're going to stop in Gallup here, and I will post an update shortly. So here's a quick trip update. I am 19 minutes, 21 miles out from Gallup, New Mexico, where I'm going to stop and charge. So far today, 251 miles, and you'll see not a great 315 watt hours per mile. And since the last charge there earlier, 67 miles, 339 watt hours per mile. But check out some of this scenery here in the distance. Look how beautiful this area is. Just amazing country, amazing scenery here in New Mexico. Anyway, I will be at the charger in just a few minutes, and we'll post an update from Gallup. If I recall, Gallup's at a hotel, and it's a split charger. It's a split, I'm trying to remember, I think it's a version 2, version 3 split charger, 4 and 4. And it's kind of confusing. 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. But I'm going to check that out when I get there, and I'll post an update. But in the meantime, check that out. Absolutely a gorgeous part of the country. Unreal. Okay, talk soon. So it is what I thought. I'm here in Gallup, New Mexico. It's a 8 stall. 4 of them are 250s, version 3s, and the other 4 are, actually 6 of them are 150 version 2s. So let me see, this one here, oh, that's a version 3. Okay, so these 4 chargers on this side are version 3s, and that's those 4 over there are version 2s. So that's pretty interesting. Split stall installation. There is a Tesla here with a camper plugged in charging. I pulled in at a 48% state of charge. So let me take a quick look, and we'll see how we're doing. And we are getting 123 kilowatts at 49%. So not bad. Only need to be here about 6 minutes and then take off to Albuquerque. So great job, Tesla. So here's another shot of the Gallup, New Mexico supercharger. It's at a Best Western, and the 4 stalls on the left, front to back, are version 3s. The 4 stalls on the right, front to back, are version 2s. We've got one Model X pulling a camper, blocking 3 of the stalls. But overall, good charge. Nobody's waiting. There is a Tesla parked here, which I'm assuming is a hotel guest. This is a good spot right off the interstate. Nice clean parking lot. I've charged here before. I would give this one a 10 out of 10 on rate your charge. So good job, Tesla. Keep it up. All in all, another great charging experience. I only needed 6 minutes here, but I'll put a little extra charge on. So I have Sentry mode at the hotel. Okay, so we just turned 18,000 miles on this 2023 Tesla Model Y long range. I'm on a trip from Phoenix back to DFW. As you know, if you've been watching this all along, 311 miles so far today, but take a look at the 18,000 mile mark, 5,404 kilowatt hours of energy. So 5.4 megawatt hours, 300 watt hours per mile. Not bad considering this vehicle does a lot of highway trips. So 6 months, 18,000 miles, you can do the math, but about 3,000 miles a month. So on target for 36 or so odd thousand miles this year. Anyway, I am an hour and 33 minutes, 108 miles from the hotel in Albuquerque. And hopefully I will be able to juice up at the hotel and get some free charging for the night. They have a couple of EV chargers there. They keep them locked up. They're right at the front entrance. So it is a Sheraton in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I may post another update, but so far we're doing well. 23% predicted state of charge arrival. Man, I'm saying that wrong. Arrival state of charge. But anyway, yeah, 40 miles into this leg and doing well. Just again, in a beautiful part of the country. Just trucking along for the next couple of hours. So keep watching. One more quick video update as I'm headed into Albuquerque. 39 minutes out, 43 miles, showing to arrive with 25% range. Sitting at 41% battery right now. And down here you'll see it's been a pretty efficient drive because it's flat, it's straight. For part of the drive, the wind was coming at us, but for the last part of the drive, it feels like the wind's been pushing. So, yeah, getting some pretty good efficiency. It's brought the overall trip efficiency average down now to 306 watt hours per mile. So, we'll measure that as we continue on tomorrow and beyond, traveling back to the DFW area. And here's a quick snapshot on the energy graph for those that have consumed 41% of the battery, 2.7% more than trip projection. The issues were speed. Staying below 70 would have made it 7.5% more efficient. And the wind, which I mentioned we had a headwind, cost 4.2% efficiency this trip. So great info on the Tesla. It's been a good, smooth drive so far. As I head into Albuquerque, and hopefully I can get onto one of the 2 chargers at the hotel and get juiced up overnight. So I'm here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where they just painted new green parking curbs, both here and over there, for the 2 chargers they have. They have 1 charge point unit and 1 Tesla charger. It is a $10 overnight fee, but you can park your car right up front, get free fuel. I pulled in with less than 20% and the car is completely filled up. And we will head out here this morning back into the state of Texas. So yeah, free gas here at the Sheraton Hotel in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Can't beat it. Traveling with an EV is so much cheaper, especially with the new price reductions that Tesla just came out with. So use my referral code if you need it and pick yourself up a Tesla. It's definitely worth it. It makes traveling much, much less expensive. So here's an update from Albuquerque. Sitting here getting ready to unplug, starting out and headed to Amarillo, Texas. So first stop in 228 miles, 2 hours and 28 minutes, 170 miles, Yesterday I did 421 miles, 302 watt hours per mile. So running pretty fast highway speeds with wind, not a bad day. Today's not going to be that far. If we click here, we'll see we're going to stop and charge for about 20 minutes, use the restroom, go for a walk, whatever. And then 2 hours later, I will hit Amarillo. So yeah, I will be posting updates along the way, but should be a good day, good clear skies, good weather, and just enjoying driving the Tesla. Here we go. So here's a trip update. I am 1 hour from Tucumcari, 59 minutes, 70 miles, so smooth running so far, and been running on FSD the entire time. And let's take a look. Driven 100 miles so far, 1 hour and 19 minutes, 308 watt hours per mile. And overall, on the return Phoenix to DFW trip, 522 miles, 303 watt hours per mile. So, you see, I'm just driving through New Mexico as I head to Tucumcari. And yeah, it's just flat, straight, easy driving. So, I should be stopping at the Tesla Supercharger as long as there's not too many vehicles there. Otherwise, I will stop at Electrify America. Okay, so just stopped here at Tucumcari, 171 miles, 2 hours and 12 minutes, 297 watt hours per mile. I plugged in right around, I think 33%. It's still pulling 91 kilowatts at 64% state of charge. And let me just show you the charging layout. Sorry about the wind. It looks like it's going to storm here. But this is at Holiday Inn Express. They're all pull installs. And there are 6 150 kilowatt pull installs. They showed super busy coming here, but they all just opened up. There was a brown Model S here charging a minute ago from Florida. They just left, so it's wide open, right off the interstate. Great stop, much needed on the way to Amarillo from Albuquerque. So I give this one a 10 out of 10. So good job, once again, Tesla. It just works. So here's a quick trip update. I am going to get there to the Supercharger in Amarillo with 7%. So pushing it a little close, but totally fine with that. You'll see I'm not running very efficient at all. 415 watt hours per mile. A lot of wind. Went through a storm, blowing the car all over the place. As you can see by semis swerving all over the road, but just high winds. So that's consuming more energy than normal. But we've gone 69 miles in 53 minutes, so we're making okay time. There you'll see a little less wind now, so now it's predicting 8%. But anyway, I'm going to the Supercharger that's on the east side of Amarillo. It's a version 3 with 12 stalls, and it'll just charge me up a lot faster. And you will see me there in just a second. So, slight change of plans. We're going to stop at the Tesla Supercharger on the west side of Amarillo. It is an 8-stall version 2, 150 kilowatt, but it's showing 7 stalls available. It showed busy before. Cars have obviously rolled in and rolled out, so we're going to give it a shot. It's on the way to the hotel, so it makes sense. I should arrive there with about 11%, and I'm just going to go there, plug in for a little bit, get enough juice to have a good battery charge, state of charge for overnight. I like to get to the hotel with about 40% so that Sentry mode works and all the cameras work, and I can use the car a little bit if I need to this evening. So making a quick stop here in Amarillo, and I'll be posting that video here next. Okay, arrived here in Amarillo on the Charger west of town. 8 stalls are available. Going 107 miles, 395 watt hours per mile. It's at a Holiday Inn, but this is a tough location. I've been here multiple times, and this is a tough one to find off of the interstate. So I recommend using the one on the east side. It's a 250 version 3 with 12 stalls. But anyway, sorry about the wind noise. This is 8 stalls, version 2, 150 kilowatt. Works great. I give it a 10 out of 10 other than the location. Again, not the best location, but it works. Great job, Tesla. So I'm here on the east side of Amarillo, and sorry for the road noise, but this stop is at a Wendy's, a Valero, Toot and Totem, and you'll see it is 12 stalls, 250 kilowatts, and 4 Teslas here charging now. Works perfectly. I just plugged in. It's right off Interstate 40, just east of Amarillo. Great stop. I give it a 10 out of 10. Plenty of amenities, places to walk the dogs. Like I said, a Wendy's, a barbecue, a Toot and Totem, a Valero. This is definitely a good one. Of the 2 stops in Amarillo, this is the one I recommend. The other one that I shot a video of yesterday, that's at a hotel, and it's 8 stalls, 150 kilowatts, and it's a version 2. So anyway, great job, Tesla. This one's working perfectly as always. Have a good day, everyone. So here's a little bit of a trip update. I got a late start today. It's 1:26 in the afternoon. I'm on the way back to Dallas-Fort Worth, leaving Amarillo. So far from Phoenix to Dallas, 754 miles. You'll see I will arrive at the charger in Kuna, Texas, in 99 miles, estimated 14% state of charge when I arrive. So I've got full self-driving on. You'll see the turn camera. Just riding along this route here. There's no major interstate connecting Dallas-Fort Worth to Amarillo. It's all these country 4-lane roads, but they are pretty fast travel roads. They're 75 mile an hour plus highways, or roadways, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, should be to the Dallas-Fort Worth area by 7 p.m. Central Time. Making pretty good time, no major issues this morning, and not great efficiency. You'll see down here, 328 watt hours per mile. The biggest thing when I get into this area of Texas is the crosswinds. A lot of wind, which really hurts efficiency. So if I look at the efficiency graph here, you'll see the problem is staying below 70 would have saved 2.8%, but wind, 6.7 mile per hour wind, costs 2.2%. So I am consuming a couple percent more than estimated, but all in all, a good trip. No issue with worse consumption because there's plenty of chargers all along the route, and I am headed to a 250 kilowatt charger, so should be seamless. Don't anticipate any issues. I've been to this one before. It's at a Sonic, so I will see you there shortly. So it just kicked on preconditioning the battery for fast charging. You'll see I'm 15 miles out from the supercharger in Kuna, Texas. And the weather has cleared up. It's smooth, quiet, not as windy. And we're running at 309 watt hours per mile, 310. Gotten a little more efficient. Not great overall, but going to arrive at the supercharger with 15% state of charge in the battery. I'll hit this charger for probably 15-20 minutes, then on to the charger in Henrietta, Texas, and I'll just pop in there for another 15 or so minutes, and then I should make it to my home in the Dallas-Fort Worth area with 10% or less, which is perfect. So yeah, just riding along. Beautiful Texas day. It's cleared up as I've headed further south. So update from the charger in just a second. Here I am at the Tesla supercharger in Kuna, Texas. I just plugged in and it immediately started charging. There are 8 stalls, 250 kilowatt. And you can see these are prefabbed version 3. So there's 4 on this concrete slab and then 4 over there on that concrete slab. It's at a Sonic right off the highway. Great job, Tesla. I give this one a 10 out of 10. Let's see how fast I'm charging. And yeah, pulling 249 kilowatts right away. So as always, a great job. This is a good stop, and like I said, it's right here at Sonic. A little bit dirty, but yeah, this is a new install, and it's a version 3 in a much needed corridor. So great job, Tesla. So I've been here about 15 minutes and have gotten from 15% to 62%. It's telling me enough to continue the trip, but I'm not ready yet. I've got some things to take care of. So I will be here a few more minutes, but anyway, would arrive to Henrietta with 17%. So more updates here as I continue to drive. So I'm at the Tesla Supercharger here in Henrietta, Texas. It's right off of 287 South, headed down from Amarillo towards Fort Worth. This is the last charging stop of my couple of week trip, and my last charging stop from Phoenix, Arizona, back to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You'll see there's 12 stalls. They're all working. They are all 150 kilowatt version 2, and it's at a great brand new stop with a Steak and Shake, a Texas Best Smokehouse, a Pilot, Shell, and they actually have trash cans and window cleaners, which is amazing. Squeegees, and there's liquid in the bucket. So great job here, Tesla. Great job, Pilot, and this whole plaza here in Henrietta. And by the way, there's dinosaurs right over here in the distance. Check it out. 10 out of 10, guys. Have a good day. So I'm here at the Tesla Supercharger in Henrietta, Texas. It's my last charging stop after several weeks of being on the road. This is a 12 stall, 150 kilowatt version 2, but it's a great stop right off the interstate at a Steak and Shake. They have beef jerky and barbecue, and you know, overall it's just a great station. It's a Pilot with a Shell, nice restrooms, open 24 hours, and right off the highway here with dinosaurs. So I definitely give this one a 10 out of 10. You'll see right now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 cars, including my blue Model Y down here at the end. So great job, Tesla, as always. A great charge, and a 10 out of 10.